Episode of Road to the Finals. Today we are playing the Brooklyn Nets, formerly known as the New Jersey Nets, but the Brooklyn Nets, who are also 0-3, just like us, looking for their first win of the season. So at this point in the season, looking like our best bet to get our first win. Not to say that we couldn't lose this game, but definitely we should have a shot at this one at least, after being belligered our last three games by two of the NBA's better teams, the Wizards and the Raptors. The Knicks not so much, but that was our very first game in this new season here. I haven't played the new NBA 2K, so definitely tough go of it thus far. But good game last time out from Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a decent game from Greg Monroe against the Wizards. So hopefully we can put this all together and finally get a victory here and score more than 90 points. We haven't even broken the 90-point mark yet. So without further ado, go ahead and jump into this game now. And that's going to go ahead and do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And I'll be back after the game, guys. Enjoy.
K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one following a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Ready, gentlemen? And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. John Henson out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. Brooklyn on defense. Lopez with the steal. Here's Jack. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jack's got his first points of the night.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up two baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Now here's Ellington. Back to Jack. Tries from 16. The rebound by Middleton.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Young against Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Monroe. The Bucks need to get a shot off here from 17 feet out and misses it off the right side of the rim. Jack passes to Johnson. He dishes it to Lopez. Here is Ellington. Right block shot, and Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got his first points in this one.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Carter Williams with it. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Passes to Monroe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Henson. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. The alley-oop. Johnson with the block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. This one for 3. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Nets leading by 4. Now here is Jack. Lopez with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. Johnson the screen. Ellington dishes to Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break. Had the 3rd best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
That's good from Lopez. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence. I don't care who you are or what your circumstances, but you know what? At the end, he rose above it.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Jack following the bucket by the Bucks. He feeds it to Johnson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game, some of the best numbers of his career.
And here is Jack. Lopez, a screen on Carter Williams. Jack with it, now defended by Carter Williams. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
The Nets with the lead. 5 to shoot. And Jack kicks to Johnson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Screen by Young. Monroe against Johnson. He kicks it to Lopez.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Brook Lopez at the line for 2.
That's good from Brook Lopez. Jabari Parker's checked in for John Henson. And both free throws good for Lopez.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Monroe. Poked away. It's stolen by Jack. On the wing, Johnson. And he banks in the lane.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Free throw drops for Jarrett Jack.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Bucks trail by 5. Now Carter Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Parker passes to Carter Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Nets leading by 5. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
All right, Doris, and here is Parker, following the 3 from Jarrett Jack. And Monroe kicks to Middleton to halt the run. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Jack dishes to Lopez. Feeds to Johnson. In the corner, it's Jack. Puts up a 3. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. 9 points now for Jack.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Bargnani is checked in for Thaddeus Young. The Bucs also changing it up. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Bucs trail by 11. Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
Here's Jack. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Jack passes to Lopez. Back to Jack. They get it again. And Bargnani throws it down.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Here is Bayless. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
And the technical free throw is good. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Robinson's checked in for the Nets. Donald Sloan comes in for Wayne Ellington.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Vasquez kicks to Monroe. The dish now to Parker. And the layup falls. Parker's got his first basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's Sloan, guarded by Vasquez. Johnson attacking. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now here's Parker. Vasquez dishes to Monroe. The kick out to Mayo. And the 3-ball is good. Mayo's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucs.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That's his first foul. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn.
Hollis Jefferson.
Here's Jack. He's got 10. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The 15-footer. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Vasquez. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The pass to Parker. The feed to Vasquez. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Picked by Bargnani. Here's Sloan. Here's Robinson, and Parker with the block. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Sloan passes to Jack to the left side wing. The second chance effort. Leaps for it. Poked away.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Nets leading by 7. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jack's got 14 points for the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Bucks trail by 9. Now Bayless. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Mayo from downtown. Can't hit, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside Jack, and here's Bargnani outside. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And now a 12-point Nets lead. Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Screen by Monroe. Parker kicks to Monroe. Here's Mayo. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Brooklyn has possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. And Jack, here we go. They get it back. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score. He can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Bayless. Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift. You need a spark offensively. You go see Jared.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Nets leading by 11. Here's Sloan. And a miss there on the triple.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Jack dishes to Bargnani. Here's Sloan. Sinks the three-pointer. Sloan's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Vasquez can't get it to go. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's the Nets. They lead by 14. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor.
I told him all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when you wouldn't be laughing because I'd be kicking your butt, but that time is long past.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is out there with Mayo, and it's Henson in at the 5 spot. The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Parker. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. And Parker drops them both. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Grizzlies. Johnson attacking. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Carter Williams with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Parker outside. Back to Carter Williams. In transition, here come the Nets. That's tipped. And they're running. Here's Middleton. And it comes off the front of the rim. Johnson, the pass to Sloan. The jump hook, and he gets the bucket. Sloan's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Donald Sloan at the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And the Nets making a change here. Young's checked in. Sloan hits them both. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now here's Carter Williams, guarded closely. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Parker. Pass to Carter Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Middleton. Ellington defending. Another miss by Middleton.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
Yeah, and Young is so efficient in his scoring, that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside too.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Nets leading by 18. Here's Sloan. He has 7. Lopez drives in. Shots good from Young. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Carter Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Parker, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Sloan passes to Lopez. Inside, Johnson uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 10.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Now here's Parker. He has 6. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. Nets leading by 18. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
Young against Middleton. Lopez drives in, and that one's good. Lopez has got 8.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. And he dunks it down.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Nets leading by 18. Down low. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Off the inbound pass. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That is good. Anson's got his second basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Ellington. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Lopez throws it down.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Bucks trail by 18. Middleton outside. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Henson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. Releases from 15, and that's an air ball. Not even close. Here's Sloan. He's got 7. Johnson with a screen on Carter Williams. Young passes to Johnson. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. Bucks trail by 18. And here is Carter Williams. Passes it to Monroe. It's Parker with the drive. Lopez grabs the board.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
That's good.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton drives in, pass to Monroe. And it's sent back by Lopez.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Carter Williams after the miss from Joe Johnson. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, Antetokounmpo in this one, 10 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And he sinks the second.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54.
Wow. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Jack against Carter Williams. To the inside, here's Monroe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Thomas Robinson.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book. And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season, top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And so Monroe nails both of them. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Now Carter Williams still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Monroe dishes to Carter Williams. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Kicks it down to Middleton. The three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jack passes to Hollis Jefferson. Ellington kicks to Lopez. Ellington dishes to Lopez. Here's Robinson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Bargnani has checked in for Lopez. And then for Milwaukee, O.J. Mayo. He's checked in for Parker. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here's Vasquez. Mayo up top. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Vasquez, fouling the basket by Thomas Robinson. Vasquez passes to Monroe. Will it go? Kicks it out to Vasquez. The tray. Bayless's shot is off. Jack with it. 16 points for him. Bargnani kicks to Jack. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got it, the fast break chance. Shot's good.
Greivis Vasquez.
Now here is Jack. Dishes it to Ellington. Looks for Bargnani, gets it to him. Nets passing it around. High post shot. Jump shot is good. Bargnani's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Screen by Monroe. Over in the corner to Vasquez. Bayless dishes to Monroe. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andre Bargnani picks one up. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Now here is Jack. He's got 16. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Jack. Jack's got 4 assists now tonight.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Now here's Ellington following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Jack, here we go. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Vasquez. Got a hand on it. Jack against Mayo. Left side, Jack. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. John Henson's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
John Henson.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. Vasquez. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Vasquez has got 4 points this quarter. Vasquez has gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Here's Jack. 16 points for him. To the wing on the left. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Nets out in front, delivering the blowout. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Joe, and you started out with a great first half and seemed to have that extra boost in your game tonight. Did you feel you needed to take on a bigger role?
I'm just trying to be more assertive, man, on both ends of the court. You know, I think everybody has to step up, so I'm just trying to do my part.
An assertive Joe is an effective Joe. Thank you. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. Good work for them all around as they controlled the tempo, leading by 14 at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, right now, they're winning the battle above the rim. I'm talking about all their offensive rebounds, just a ton of second-chance opportunities. They just wanted it more. And obviously, those extra possessions were converted into points that helped them build this huge lead.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
On defense, they've been all over the place, especially when it comes time to protecting the rim. They struggle in a lot of areas, but they got to toughen up inside. It's a tough matchup for them right now, but that interior presence has to improve if they want to chip away at that deficit.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
All right now, I want everyone here.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
No slowing him down, just incredible numbers for Jack. 16 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Jarrett Jack is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Young. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Jack. And now in transition is Jack. Here we go. And the basket by Johnson.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Carter Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Middleton on the wing. He feeds it to Carter Williams. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Here's Carter Williams. But they get it back. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Carter Williams. Middleton for 3, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 6 assists in the game.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Now here's Carter Williams following the shot by Jarrett Jack. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. To the paint and stolen by Ellington. Carter Williams against Jack. To the left wing. Feeds it to Young. Rejected by Monroe. To the middle and up the court.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here's Jack after the basket by Milwaukee. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten, but you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently, so a good step for them.
Bucks on defense. Outside Jack. Here's Lopez. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And here is Carter Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Henson kicks to Monroe. To the paint. 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. No good. Good D by Lopez.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Young kicks to Jack. The offensive rebound. Here's Lopez. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Donald Sloan is checked in for Brooklyn. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
And Craig Monroe with the slam.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And Jack kicks to Johnson. And the Nets miss again.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Henson kicks to Antetokounmpo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Parker's checked in for Milwaukee. Nets leading by 23. Now Jack. He's got 16. 16 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. And that's now 18 points for Brook Lopez.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. To the middle. Here's Carter Williams, and that is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Sloan. He's got 7. Here's Johnson. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. It's Parker, top of the key. Back to Carter Williams. 3 on the clock. Lopez with the steal. And Jack with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
And actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Back to Parker. 6 to shoot. The 10-footer. The rebound by the Nets.
And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
Now here is Jack. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
He kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Parker. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And again, the Bucks miss.
And even though the Nets were younger last season, they were tough in tight games, playing really like a bunch of veterans, and went 10-2 on the year in games decided by 3 or fewer points.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. And Jack kicks to Lopez. And yes, sir, that one drops. Lopez has got 8 points in the quarter.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Parker, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Brooklyn making some changes. Bargnani has checked in for Lopez, and it's Thomas Robinson in for Thaddeus Young. And then for Milwaukee, O.J. Mayo is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Vasquez in for Michael Carter-Williams. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
No good from Jack.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Middleton kicks to Parker. Henson with the screen. To the inside. Kicks it out to Vasquez. 4 on the shot clock. Mayo. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17. Also 7-7 at home. 10-10 on the road. 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And the Nets making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's Bargnani. He has 7. There's a screen by Robinson. Clock is at 3. Sloan, that's good. Sloan's got 10 points in the game.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's the dish to Henson. Can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Johnson outside. The feed to Sloan. There's a screen by Robinson. Clock at 6. Sloan passes to Robinson. Second shot opportunity, and Henson sends it back. Mayo left side. Bayless dishes to Vasquez. Henson with the screen. Shoots off the screen. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Picked by Bargnani. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Bargnani's got 9 points.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now here's Vasquez. Pass to Henson. 6 to shoot. Right through the D for the layup. He's got 6.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And Sloan kicks to Johnson. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Right wing. Here's Sloan, guarded by Vasquez. Picked by Bargnani to the inside. A beautiful reverse layup.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Johnson. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for John Henson. Vasquez kicks to Mayo with the shot, but they get it back. Back to Parker. Outside Mayo. The Bucks working the ball around. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Now here's Ellington, guarded by Vasquez. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bayless leading the charge. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Looking at the game for Parker, 9 points and 2 blocks. He's played a huge role in this game.
Even though he probably wasn't a big part of the game plan coming in.
And in thinking about Bargnani's impact, he's a guy who can generate points from every spot on the floor. 3-point range, converts at the rim. He's about 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and shoots free throws like a guard.
And the second free throw, good.
And talking about Bargnani last season, he was actually generating efficient numbers when he was healthy. I mean, way up in field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. I would love to see him remain healthy and have a chance to quiet the doubters.
Now here's Ellington. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 5. Plenty of space. The rebound by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kicks it to Mayo. Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Hollis Jefferson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hollis Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night. And Bayless kicks to Mayo. Bank shot, no good. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets out in front, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Mayo's gone only 4 of 11 from the field. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. They've got Chris Copeland. Greg Monroe is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Vasquez in at the 2 spot. Here's Karasov from 11 feet away. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. And the Bucks making a change here. Inglis checked in.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
Here is Bayless. Feeds to Copeland. Vasquez passes to Bayless. Here's Copeland. He dishes it to Bayless. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Inglis. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. One's checked in for Vasquez. fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Karasov. Larkin kicks to Reed. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
That free throw good from Reed.
And, you know, for the Nets, they ended up being bounced out of the first round, fell to the #1 seed Hawks. They put up a good fight against Atlanta and made the series interesting, but still came up short.
And both free throws good for Reed.
And for the Nets in the postseason, they did have a good showing despite that early exit. Many people expected the Hawks to sweep, but they took them to 6 games and capped what was an interesting year for Brooklyn overall.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Larkin kicks to Lopez. Misses the layup. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Here's Karasov. Lopez outside. Dishes it to Karasov. Just 5 on the clock. Great open look there.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now Bayless. Plumlee in the high post. Picked away. Fast break, here we go. Here's Reed. And he misses the fast break layup. Bucks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Michael Carter Williams.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Copeland. Here's Ingles. Knocked loose. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's blocked. Ingles passes to Vaughn. And he gets it to go.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend. You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
4 on the shot clock. Back to Lopez. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lopez has got 24. Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. In a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Larkin. Plumlee with the rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Here's Larkin. Lopez right side. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Vaughn, the pass to Plumlee. Here's Inglis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Larkin dishes to Reed. Lopez a screen. Here's Larkin. He kicks it to Lopez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
Well, Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. Yeah. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. The Nets making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Brook Lopez hits them both.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Bogdanovich, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny them.
A great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check. Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's tightly guarded. Inglis kicks to Copeland. Carter Williams with it. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Brooklyn with the rebound. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Karsov passes to Larkin. He feeds it to Reed. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Copeland. Drops in the layup for 2.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Reed a screen. Larkin kicks to Reed. And it's the Bucks on the break. Ball going up court. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 6 points for Michael Carter-Williams. The Nets shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Lopez a screen. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. Nets passing it around. Launches it. That one goes. Count it. Bogdanovich has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Now here's Carter-Williams. He kicks to Plumlee. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Robinson's checked in for Lopez. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Vasquez comes in.
You know, one thing we saw a lot of last season during the playoffs was the hack-a-shack plan, pretty much purposely fouling a poor free throw shooter. A lot of differing opinions on it, as it wasn't fun to watch for the viewers, but many feel it's a legitimate part of the game if it works.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Willie Reed. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Reed. Bucks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And here is Carter-Williams. Plumlee with the screen. To the middle. Off the screen. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Larkin dishes to Robinson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. The Bucks also with the sub. Bayless is checked in. That one misses.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Here's Larkin. And Bogdanovich kicks to Robinson. Here's Larkin. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Bayless's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Larkin. Down low, Reed, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Vasquez kicks to Plumlee. The dish now to Copeland. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Chris Copeland.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Robinson goes in. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Bogdanovich. Again, the Nets for 2. And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season will fit into that category as well.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Larkin. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
2 minutes.
Robinson, that's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Vasquez. He's tightly guarded. Plumlee with the screen. And the foul called on Vasquez. That's foul number 2 for him.
The Achilles heel of this team right now, turnovers.
6 points given away on miscues. They can't afford many more if they're going to cut into this lead.
Donald Sloan's checked in for the Nets. Brooklyn's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. .133 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Robinson.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 10-1 run.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Bucks.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Brook Lopez. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
You look at what Sloan has done so far. He's got 10 points and 7 assists.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
And he sinks the second. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Now Vasquez. Pass to Plumlee. They get a hand on it. Here's Bogdanovich. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Sloan, guarded by Vasquez. Shot clock at 6. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Shooting one.
And that one misses. To the left wing. Looking to end the drought. Misses. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. You had a great game tonight, scoring, rebounding the basketball. This kind of performance has got to feel pretty good.
You know, I just wanted to go out there and have fun with my boys. You know, we had a great time. My guys got me the ball where I could score easily, you know, and we just need more of that in the season.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Brooke Lopez.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
All right, guys. Well, another defeat, this time at the hands of the Brooklyn Nets. Honestly, for me, I think that was probably one of the worst games that I've played since the Knicks. As you can see, offensively, we were not up to where we were in the past couple games. Defensively, definitely. Honestly, last game I felt like we played better against the Raptors, and a better team at that. So really kind of took a step backwards here with this one. To drop now to 0-4 on the season. We're gonna get a win at some point this year. Honestly, I gotta start practicing in my free time. There's not a lot of free time to get the practice in, but I'm gonna have to find some. But you know, it's gonna be a long season. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But we're gonna get a win in here at some point this season. But you know, lots of work to be done, but keep coming back, seeing if I can get my first win, guys. But thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us here on Life of Raw Sports Gaming on Twitch and Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network on YouTube, as well on Twitter at LRSGN. Be sure to check out all the rest of our series as well, our Road to the World Series, Rebuild Season in Madden, and our Journey for the Cup in NHL. Lots more to come from all of those. Baseball is still kind of stalled out where it's at. Going to try and get in a bunch of games in the coming weeks. We're going to have definitely a bunch of games being played, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 21st, I believe it is. I will be I will have loads of free time, so I'm going to be getting in a lot of games on Saturday. It's going to be kind of almost like a play-a-thon. So be sure to check that out on the 21st of this month. But thanks for watching, guys, and you guys be sure to keep it real.